Good morning, all of you. Today, the topic is non Mendelian genetics. My name is P. Kalpana, Assistant Professor of Zoology. What is non Mendelian genetics? Mendelian has proposed some laws, three types of laws, and they also proposed the recessive and dominant characters. What happened? This non Mendelian genetics, they do not follow the Mendel's laws. Okay, one is dominant allele, another is recessive allele, he said. But here in this non-Mendelian, we can see two alleles are dominant. So it is not following the Mendelian principle law of dominance. Okay, and some of them do not show complete dominance. Okay, and some alleles show codominance. Okay, and he also said for a gene there should be only two alleles, but now in this other than Mendelian laws we can see multiple alleles and sex linked traits also. Okay, what is why sex linked trait means? He said alleles assort independently, but here sex linked traits are not assorting independently. Okay, first, incomplete dominance. In some cases, one allele will not be completely dominant over other. So, what happened? Blending of two alleles. A red snapdragon is crossed with a white. Resulting offspring will be all are pink in color. See, very clearly you can understand. This is incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance, another example. Andalusian falls, black individual when crossed with white individual. Both are homozygous condition. Okay, then the offsprings will be bluish gray. Okay, so here also it shows incomplete dominance. Then codominance. In some cases both alleles are dominant and expressed at the same time, so generally resulted in spotted appearance. In chickens, example, in chickens, black chickens are crossed with white chickens, results in Erminete chickens which have black and white feathers. You can see here clearly the diagram. Okay, then another example for codominance. Asian flower camellia exhibits codominance in the form of white spots. If a white flower is classed with a pink and white flower, what are the genotypic and phenotypic ratio of the offsprings? You all do Punnett square and solve the problem. Then multiple alleles. In some cases, more than just two alleles exist in the population. The gene is said to have multiple alleles. These multiple alleles can follow any of the inheritance pattern that we have talked about. Example, blood group types. Earlier class also I have explained you. Okay, IA, IB and small I is O-blood in homozygous state. IA and IB are codominant with each other. See example, a man with type AB blood group with a woman with O, what kind of blood types could their children have? O or A or B or AB, anything, any type. Okay. For phenotype O, genotype is I and I. For A, IA or IAI. For B, IB or IBI. For AB, IA and IB. Next, sex linked traits. The sex chromosomes are referred to as X and Y. Male are XX, X and Y. Females are XX. Some genes only present in one of the sex chromosomes, usually the X. XA, X small a, female with recessive allele but dominant phenotype. XA, Y, male recessive allele and recessive phenotype. Example: color blindness, male pattern baldness. Okay. Another example: hemophilia is a rare hereditary disease. Okay, in which blood does not clot properly. A normal man marries a normal woman and they have a son with hemophilia. Can they have a daughter with hemophilia? So you do this work and tell me. You tell me the answer in my comment box. Okay. Next, polygenic traits. Traits that are result of two or more genes are polygenic traits. Example: human skin color, eye color and height. In detail, polygenic, a trait which is the result of many genes being expressed at one time. Example: body shape and structure, hair, skin, eye color. Multiple allele, a trait which has more than just before I told you. Okay. Polygenic practice problem. Skin color in human is determined by polygenic inheritance system, possibly involving as many as 9 genes. For simplicity, let's consider the influence of 3 genes A, B and C. Where the dominant allele darkens skin color, suppose a woman who is AA, BB, CC mates with man who is AA, BB, CC. A list of all possible genotypes. A list of the possible genotypes of the gametes that could be produced by each of the. ఎందుకు అరుస్తవే? A list of all possible genotypes of the gametes that could be produced by each of the parents. Draw a Punnett square that shows the genotype possible number from lightest to darkest skin coloration and tell me. Okay. Then epistasis, the ability of gene to overshadow or overpower the expression of other gene. Albinism, fur color in Labrador retrievers are the examples. Same two genes controlling same phenotype. Mendel's laws are still working for each individual gene, but phenotype is determined that a single genotype alone. Example: red hair. Let's look at the example of red hair color in human beings. Blonde, brown and black hair in human is determined by the amount of pigment called eumelanin. Without much eumelanin, you get blonde hair. An intermediate amount will be brown. A lot will get you black hair. Okay. Next, another pigment, pheomelanin, masks the red hair, but usually people don't build up a lot of that because of totally different gene called MCR1, which allows conversion of pheomelanin into eumelanin, making redness of hair. Okay. So I think you understood the class. Thank you for listening my class.